Hello everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Direct Line Development Vlog series, where we talk about websites, marketing online, optimization, social media, and all the factors that make sure that you get found online. Today, we're going to be talking about how to create a good business website. It should come as absolutely no surprise in 2017, about to be 2018, that having a website has become the market standard for business and professionals. The internet is the #1 resource for information on the planet, and we access it constantly through a variety of devices. Sure, there are the obstinate who feel that to navigate the modern world without using a cell phone is the way to go. But to be a business owner and expect to sustain a profit without a website is a foolish mistake, and it is one that can be avoided. You should also know that the value will only continue to increase each year. Professional websites are like investments that continue to appreciate in value at almost exponential rates. The internet seems to find a new way to boom every few years. The latest surge and uptick in internet usage can come from the rise of smartphones and internet-capable mobile devices. Whether you choose to admit it to yourself or not, we're always connected now, for better or for worse. No matter where you are, your phone can connect to the rest of the world in a matter of seconds. Every company needs a website, period. So what are the goals of creating a professional business website? When you opt to develop a professional website for your company, whether it be a small business or a large corporation, there's a variety of different goals that you can choose to pursue. The most important thing that you can clearly identify what your web development goals are and pursue them with vigor. Not only will this make you and your business more successful in the long run, but it will also help to better define certain expectations during the development process. So many companies out there simply slap up an old website and wash their hands of it. They do this because at least understanding that having a website for their business is the market standard. However, meeting minimum requirements in today's market, not meeting them, is like doing nothing at all. The simple version of online presence is best understood as the presentation of the company. It's a good goal to set and accomplish for your business because it's better than no website at all. Unfortunately, if this is the only step you're going to take with your company on the internet, you're not very likely to increase your customer base. It's actually more likely that they will have little to no effect on your business as it currently stands. Another website development goal is boosting the company's image. In certain industries, especially ones where professional aestheticism is something to be expected from the company, this is an overarching priority. These types of sites indeed need to be very beautiful, and it's no secret that beauty prevails over functionality for most users. The most common web development goal for most businesses from the moment they create their website is to promote their products or services. These types of projects are quite normal. And we hear clients come into our office all the time saying, I want a website for my small business to increase sales, or my website needs to increase the amount of customers I have in Philadelphia. For us at Direct Line Development, these goals are ideal because we specialize in bringing higher conversion and increased profitability to our clients through their websites. Plus, it gives us a chance to showcase our work in a mutually beneficial way. You gotta have some pride. Aside from these broader goals, there are more specific ones as well. Some websites are created to attract investment in a particular product or company. Some are developed for the purpose of finding new employees to hire. Some companies are required by law to have a website to display certain types of information, and the list goes on. But let's consider in detail 3 key reasons for which someone may consider building and launching a website for their business. So let's start with the professional website as a presentation of the company. When giving an informative presentation on most things in life, your goal is usually to give answers to questions such as who, what, where, when, and why. There's no difference in website priority as to provide potential and current customers with information about the business they are hopefully considering. There are no hooks or snares on this website, no fancy tricks. It's simply to serve as a convenient avenue by which customers gain access to the information on you and your company. These types of sites will offer information in a clear and concise manner. They will describe things such as what the company does, and how successful it is. They will tell customers which brands operate under the company's name. People will be able to find which regions the companies operate and who represents it. A professional business website of this type clearly displays its mission statement and brand values. It's also common for these types of websites to offer up a brief company history as well as prospects for the future. And in all these tidbits of information, the company should be offering up information that helps to differentiate it from its competitors. So let's move on to the next piece. Using a website to build up your company's image. There is a difference between presenting your company's information and presenting your company's image. Firstly, as I mentioned before, in industries where the service you offer appeals to your customers' aesthetic appreciations, such as photography or painting, your website needs to be beautifully designed in order for your services to appear as legitimate as they are. But this is not the only reason. Certain industry sectors like nonprofit will also use websites to boost their company image. The reason for this is more so to appeal to the morality and humanize the company. For instance, if your company is often engaged in philanthropic pursuits, this could be featured on the website. Some companies will try to emphasize their values and what they do to promote them in society. Others will directly list the ways that their company has already benefited society. They often include some resources for their customers to get involved in their valuable promotion work, and also to inform about how the company specifically goes about its promotion. These websites usually have more detailed descriptions of their brands since the information is likely to be important to visitors of the company's sites. It's important to create a lasting impression with a website that's been devoted and developed to this image. This often entails the bright and memorable images, well-produced videos, or eloquently drafted blog posts. The point is to show that your company is more than just a group of people trying to turn a profit. You want to show your audience that because of what you do and what your company accomplishes, the world is a better place. Excuse me, it's beautiful. So let's move on to the next piece. Custom business websites to boost sales. Your website is your most dedicated employee. He works for you constantly, all day, every day. But just like a real person, your website needs to be equipped with the proper information and tools necessary to be successful. If you've got an employee willing to work 24/7 selling cars for you, but knows nothing about them, chances of his success are not great. First and foremost, you need to understand what a potential customer will be looking for when they come to your website. This includes detailed descriptions of products and services that you offer. It is helpful to have clear images when necessary. Customer reviews are also huge. Over 50% of online shoppers use customer reviews in order to make their purchasing decisions. These should be honest and should be easily accessible on your website. Often overlooked but incredibly important is the ability to purchase directly through the website. You would not believe the amount of people coming to us saying, "I don't get it. My website is responsive, it has all the products on there, and the phone number is right on the top of the page. Why won't people call?" The fact of the matter is, some people don't even want to talk on the phones anymore. They would much rather be able to find what they're looking for, punch in their credit card information, and be on their way. The amount of people that prefer to online shop in this capacity is much higher than one might expect, and therefore is incredibly important for you in your online business to assure the ease of purchase is never an issue on your website. If a customer makes the decision to buy from you, you have a limited amount of time to get them from selection to checkout before you run the risk of them changing their mind or searching for other companies with similar products. Knowing that your goal is to increase sales, you should keep all this in mind. The more of these tactics you implement, the higher your customer conversion rate will be. So moving into the next piece, SEO is a must-have feature for websites regardless of your specific goals. You can spend all the time in the world planning and coordinating the perfect website to fit your company's goals and represent your image in a way that perfectly matches the culture of your business. However, none of that matters if nobody sees it. Let's be honest about that. The fact of the matter is, your website needs traffic in order for it to work for you. The cheapest and most efficient way to increase traffic is through search engine optimization. We have a variety of videos dedicated to increasing customer conversion and traffic influx to your site, and recommend that you consider some or all of the SEO advice that we have to offer you. So what's worth the investment and what's worth avoiding when creating a website for your business? As is the case with most things surrounding your business, when you begin a new project and estimate your costs and expenses, you naturally want to save money where you can. Your website is no different. Now I'll run through a few things that are must-have when building your own website, and also show you where you can avoid superfluous expenses depending on your site and situation. I'm going to begin with where you should save. Now, these are going to be considered, let's call them additional features. Yes, it's true that everybody loves them, but they're not necessary for a site still in its early stages. Sure, the site is indeed excellent if it has the changes with the holidays, Christmas trees, Easter eggs, what have you, and it sends out regular mailing lists to your customers or keeps a calendar of events for clients. But if you're a young business and you're trying to just take its first steps in the online realm, it's best to keep things simple to start. As your business grows and you become more proficient, you can begin to add additional features to your site. We advise that you avoid these early on, and you plan to make your site large and complex after several years of being in the business. Now next, we have site size. Let's say you own a fitness center that offers several different training programs. At first, it won't be necessary for you to have a separate page for each one of these programs. Instead, group them together as logically as possible and get the site up and running. It is too often the case that companies undertake huge web development projects from the get-go and end up stuck with a product that takes a lot of years and is really better to build up gradually. This is doubly efficient because not only will you save the money up front, Google will give you favorable SEO results since it prefers sites that grow. Finally, fees for brand. As you begin to develop your online presence, you're going to be working with a variety of different companies. We advise that you judge your partners based on the quality of their work, not solely on their reputation. More often than not, companies will charge a higher price based on their name recognition, not because the quality of their work is vastly superior to a similar, smaller company down the road. So now that we've gone over where you should avoid additional costs, let's talk about where you need to invest. The first piece is a photo shoot. You see it all the time as you browse the web. Low quality pictures taken straight from Google Images and videos clearly shot with an unstable hand or on a shoddy cell phone. Don't be that guy. Don't be that business. Invest in a quality photo shoot that can provide your company with the unique images it needs. Not only will your site stand out from the rest, but your business will be able to use these images for other promotional materials for years to come. Now, let's also talk about the platform on which you're going to develop your site. We talk about this issue all the time. A website built on Wix or WordPress is good for a short-term solution or startup, but its longevity is severely limited. If you choose to hire a custom website developer, you will need to scrap the template site and start from scratch, costing you time and money in the process. Finally, building off of that, is a professional team. You are only as capable as the team you're working with. When someone approaches you and says that they can offer you a custom website with SEO for a year, all for $1,000, run. Honestly, never look back. Run away. You'll turn into a pillar of salt. This is simply impossible. Saddle yourself with a capable team that lays out a realistic price and timetable. So let's put it all together. What goes into an effective business website? In order for your business to be effective online, it needs to be developed professionally. There's no getting around this fact, but there are other things to take into account as well. The website must be fast, convenient, and user-friendly. Your website should clearly reflect the goals set forth from it from the outset of its development. A site with no goals will have no direction. Finally, you need to incorporate some SEO techniques in order to actually bring the traffic to your site to then be able to use it to convert your visitors. Honestly, it's really that simple. Of course, theory is one thing and application is another. I understand that most things are easier said than done, especially if you're looking to do things online. So, if you're looking for some help online or seeking a professional web developer in Philadelphia or really anywhere, we're all around the world, then come to Direct Line Development and we will create a truly effective business website for you. Thank you so much for spending the time with us today to learn more about creating a good business website. We hope that you'll leave a comment or ask any questions down in the section below. So, until the next time, thanks for coming. We'll see you soon.